Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my Gig-Olos and Gigolettes. It's me, Gio. Y'all know who the fuck it is. Alrighty. A buddy of mine sent me this article from CNN.com titled "Why the Gig Economy is a Scam." So let's you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna take pointers from the clickbait hub right now, and I'm just gonna talk about my hair for 2 minutes. Oh my god, so I woke up and my hair was on. No, I'm not gonna do that. All right. Obviously link the article which comes with the video. Talking about how a lot of Americans right now are heavily relying on, gig work to get their groceries, get their food, all kinds of different things. And when I look out my window and see who's hustling our groceries home, I'm seeing mostly black folks and people of color, which is, to me, a warning sign that the job may not pay that well. The fuck does that have to do with it? That's so dumb. I read that. I literally rolled my eyes when I saw that. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo! Come out. Mr. Bell. Mr. Bell. We'll call you Mr. Bell. Bro! Mostly black? No, it's not mostly black people. It's every single race, creed, and color are gig workers around the country. Yeah, there's a lot of black people doing it. There's a lot of white people doing it. There's a lot of people from India doing it. Lots of Muslims doing it. Lots of Filipinos doing it. Lots of everything doing it. Gig workers don't have a color. We don't have a standard like that, right? That's such a pointless thing to add into an article. So dumb. Anyway, last fall, before we knew just how much the economy would rely on labor of gig workers, United States of America went to Austin, Texas, to learn about the fastest growing category of new jobs in the country. Oops, I didn't mention jobs. There you go. That's right. It's not a job. These are called gigs, so companies can go and not offering the kind of worker protections and benefits you expect from a job, which is true. Yes, we don't have any benefits we get from our apps. Lots of us think the gig economy is a new idea because tech bros told us it is. It's like how that WeWork guy convinces he invented office space, but gig work is as old as country. America was built on people, literally on people who moved from job to job with low pay or no pay at all. The technology in this industry may be new, but when we call them gigs instead of jobs, but the work and the way these workers are treated, that's as old as the railroad. The cotton fields and the triangle shirtwaist factory fire. So now he's saying gig work is more like slavery. Wow. Gig workers can't reliably predict how much they make, which is true. They can't rely on the hard-fought victories of the labor movement for benefits like healthcare, sick leave, or paid vacation, which is true. And possibly, worst of all, many of these workers are expected to count on tips as part of their pay. Yeah, for most gigs, yes. That's mostly true. I would agree with that. That may work out for some gig workers, but more and more people are feeling like this is a scam. The whole idea of the gig economy that is solving problems, but really most of the problems that it solves are for the people who use the app, not for the people being used by it. Yes, I agree. Yes, that's rideshare. The people who are benefiting the most from rideshare are the passengers and the apps themselves. The drivers get short on the stick. Instacart has, they have what? Their value has gone up tenfold in the last 3 months because of COVID. DoorDash is making tons of all the, he's right. Well, we often think of gig workers as people who just want to earn extra cash or to supplement another main source of income. These gigs are more vital to American households than the app commercials lead you to believe. when we filmed this episode on the gig economy, nearly 1/3 of app workers said that this was their main gig, and most of these people are black folks and people of color. Again, that's the second time they mentioned that, and that is just so not accurate. Like I said, I'm not one of those people that's easily offended, as you guys know, but that's just such a pointless thing to say. Okay. One second. Okay, sorry. I got another instant offer, so that's why I'm doing this. Meanwhile, the wealthy employers like Jeff Bezos are watching their net worth grow. In early June, Amazon co-founder and CEO was worth $36.2 billion more than he was on March 18th. Bezos is far from the only billionaire, blah, 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 blah. Hold on one second, guys. One minute. Up. ESPN. Sorry, guys. I know this is dragging on. I wonder if my instant offer took. Okay, yeah. Okay. You might think the man has done so well to pass off to be blah, 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 blah. Bezos is evil, blah, 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 blah. Instacart. Oh, hey, Instacart. Just 3 years ago, Instacart looked like it would get crushed by Amazon, but is now raised new investment money. Is worth almost $14 billion in 4 months. As I filmed this episode, I talked to gig workers of all kinds, including those we don't usually think about when we talk about this industry, like construction workers and domestic workers. One independent contractor who made biggest impact on me is Vanessa Minton, a mom of 3 in Austin who is a trained private chef but needs the flexibility of gig work to better take care of her kids. It should work perfectly, but even before the pandemic, it was hard to make ends meet. And despite the fact that she, like a lot of gig workers, is busier than ever, the app companies make it hard for all businesses to translate into paycheck. Reminder to all of us using these services that we need to tip better. Yeah, there you go. And give more people 5 stars. I checked back in with Vanessa earlier this summer to see how the pandemic has impacted her, but she hadn't lost her dark sense of humor. What was it like to be in person who was at a grocery delivery store at the start of the pandemic? I need food for just my family, so the first thing I do is drain my bank account to go get food for family, and then hope I can make it up by going straight back into work. You had shoppers, ratings tanked, so they weren't getting often. People want shoppers, but the app was like, we can't give you this person. They haven't learned how to navigate once in a generation pandemic effectively and deliver on time. That became really bad because by that time there was a huge deluge of orders came in. The company opened up a ton of positions. They were hiring literally anyone off the street, which is true. That became really nerve-wracking because you had people just breaking the rules and probably stealing from the customers at that point. Yeah. Okay. Gig worker. These jobs aren't for extra money. They're essential. Alrighty. This is going on for a while. Okay. The gist of this article is that the gig workers are getting the short end of the stick while Amazon, Instacart, Uber, and Lyft, everyone is making money minus us, right? Which I can't disagree with that. That's mostly a factor on the country. You know, the companies that run these gigs are not, it's not. We're supposed to look at every corporation now like a charity, like, oh, that the companies should put their independent contractors first, right? They should take care of their independent contractors first and worry about their bottom line second. They should take care of their employees first, worry about their bottom line second. There's no corporation in America that does that. That is not an American That's not a capitalistic idea, right? The way it's always been is the corporation up top, the fucking executives, the CEO, the chairman of the board, they're always going to be the ones worrying about themselves, and the rest of us, they're gonna eat hearty, right? They're gonna munch, they're gonna grow fat, they're gonna grow sloppy, and we get the crumbs, right? That goes double for gig workers. But could you call the gig economy a scam? I don't think so. There are definitely people that do it better than others, and there's people that just know the business, and if you consider yourself an independent contractor, you are a business owner, right? It's an unfortunate fact of life. Most businesses fail, okay? And especially for gig work, it's like, are you using, I think one of the main things too is like, are you using the correct tool for the job? If you're a rideshare driver, if you're an economy driver, don't drive fucking GMC Terrain. Drive a hybrid, right? Priuses are fine, even though you love the smell of your own farts. And you don't need a brand new car to do it, even though some people do. Some people, I'm not going to disagree with them. They say like, oh, I wanted a brand new car because I like to be comfortable. And you get more reliability from a newer car. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But are you calculating your costs when you're doing that? That's one thing. Food delivery, right? If you drive a minivan that gets 17 miles per gallon, why are you doing food delivery, right? You're not really making that much. Are you using the right tool? Because people that really kill it in food delivery use bikes. They use scooters. Those guys fucking murder it. Like this Instacart. Instacart's kind of like one of the things that's like, we as gig workers, we don't have it in control because we were getting fucking beaten up by bots and all that kind of shit. But like Instacart, did you have the 10, 12 hours to try to make $200-$300 a day, right? There's a bunch of different circumstances surrounding it. Like, I wouldn't call the gig economy a scam. There's just a lot of people that dive into it that don't know. They just think the money's always going to be there, which, I mean, that's kind of, like I said, for rideshare, it's Uber's and Lyft's fault, because when Uber and Lyft first started, they were, the rates were really good and you could make a bunch of money, and then the markets got flooded and they fucking slashed the rates, and that just fucked everyone. But I think also, like, it's just anything. You have to, in this model, you have to know your competition. You have to have a plan. You have to have a strategy. You have to know your business. You have to manage your expenses. And like, that's the part where, like, you can't call that a scam because other people don't know how to manage their money. Like I said, if you're driving a minivan to complete a $6.50 McDonald's order for DoorDash, and it takes you 45 minutes, yeah, you're really not making that much. I think the key to gig work is flexibility, which is something I learned during the pandemic, because before March, I never ran any other gigs. I was straight rideshare. And I knew if I wanted to maintain my income level, I would have to start running other gigs or go on unemployment. And I didn't do that. So no, I would not call, I disagree with this article. I don't call it a scam. Like, there are people that have been beaten up and ruined by gig work. Yeah, those people exist. And a lot of that is, and part of it is their fault for getting in over heads. Part of it is the app's fault for slashing rates. But I think, unfortunately, and that's one of the reasons I have this channel, is I like discussing the pitfalls of gig work, right? It's not all rainbows and lollipops out here. But I still think, like, there's not a reliable voice for gig workers on social media, right? So that's, and a lot of people, unfortunately, if you're going to do gig work, you just, unless you're willing to put in 60 or 70 hours, you're not going to make the same money that you would just doing a traditional W-2, especially when people like me have no skills, have no education. I can't just go get a job and make 75, 85 grand a year. It's not possible. So the gig economy offers opportunities to some and offers, you know, yeah, it's just, it's a negative free roll, you know, for others. So yeah. All right, that's all I got for this one, guys. Let me know what you think. And that's all I got for this one. I want to thank you all for watching. Everyone, please stay safe, stay driven, stay healthy, stay classy. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.